Hello guys and welcome to a special video, but this video is on a bit of a somber note. Last night I was sitting down, just a normal evening, and suddenly it flashed up on my phone, WWE Release 5 Superstars, and it just kept on going on and on and on throughout the night. And now upwards of 20 employees by WWE have been placed on furlough or have been released. It was a shocking day really, and will go down in wrestling history. And I thought I'd provide a quick news update on who has gone and who's been placed on furlough and what happened in a conference call featuring Vince McMahon yesterday. Let's get straight into it. So the wrestlers confirmed to have left by WWE are Drake Maverick, Kurt Hawkins, Carl Anderson, Luke Gallows, Heath Slater, Aiden English, Eric Young, EC3, Leo Rush, Sarah Logan, referee Mike Yoda, Kurt Angle, Primo and Epico Cologne, Rowan, Mike and Maria Kanellis, Zack Ryder, No Way Jose, Rusev, Deonna Purrazzo, and Alexander Jaksic. I mean, if we look down at those names, you can understand some of them. For example, Drake Maverick, Kurt Hawkins, Aiden English, Heath Slater, Eric Young, EC3, but Primo and Epico, they're not doing anything on telling you can understand it, but there really were some shocking ones, like Rusev, even No Way Jose, who was making his debut but a rare appearance on Raw on Monday. So was Deonna Purrazzo making her debut against Nia Jax on the Raw after Mania. Really is a shock, and it just came so suddenly, I think. It's a big surprise. I mean, Kurt Angle, that was a huge shock. I mean, it's just madness and something that the wrestling fans will never forget. It wasn't just the wrestlers either. 9 producers have been placed on furlough. Dave Finlay, Lance Storm, Mike Rotunda, Shane Helms, Scott Armstrong, Pat Buck, Sarah Stock, Sean Davari, Billy Kidman. Now, some of them have just been there for 4 months, Shane Helms, but others have been there for years and years on end. Mike Yoda, the referee that you mentioned earlier, been there for 30 years and has gone just like that. That's one of the most shocking things about it, just by a text message. It's unbelievable, really. It just shows the heartbreak that the coronavirus is causing. Starting to hear of NXT departures as well. Announcer Jerry Soto was told yesterday he'd be placed on furlough. Let me just find it. Sorry, my notes are a bit all over the place. Ace Steel, Serena Deeb, and Kendo Kashin have all been placed on furlough leave. They were performance coaches at the Performance Centre. And lastly, Andrea Listenberger has said she's been released. She was a writer for the WWE. There was some good news, however, for NXT staff, as Fightful reported that NXT talent is being provided 30 days of pay before being released, and they can then go on to do whatever we want. We've seen that with Drake Maverick, who says he will still compete in the interim cruiserweight tournament for NXT. Yesterday, before all the cuts had been announced, Vince McMahon held a conference call where he announced cutbacks and furlongs for WWE staff and the company overall, stating that these were hard times that reflect the current reality. McMahon stated the company would be cutting back on pay for board members and executives, and plans to move WWE headquarters out of Titan Towers to the new HQ in Stamford, Connecticut have been delayed. McMahon also stated they would be cutting the talent roster and overall headcount of employees. Weren't wrong, some will go on furlough, others will be let go from their responsibilities. Employees will receive texts about where they stand going forward, and all this lasted just 5 minutes. Now, it's important to note before we all start criticising WWE immediately that they, like everybody else, needs to cut costs during this pandemic, and this is the way they felt they could do it. And you never know, they may rehire them, and it may just be a temporary thing, but it's still awful for them to release these numbers, especially if you see the truth behind what WWE pay some of their part-timers for big events. Just think about this. All of those wrestlers that have now not got a job today, Also, Vince McMahon paid Goldberg £4 million to fight The Fiend at the Saudi show and Braun Strowman at WrestleMania, and all of those talents have got to go for the same amount of money. £4 million for Goldberg, £4 million to get rid of all of them. In my opinion, that's nothing short of disgraceful, and Vince McMahon take a hard, long look at his business model, if that's what it is. I don't think Goldberg drew at all. No one bought a pay-per-view because Goldberg was in it, or very few people did. So I think Vince McMahon needs to review his business strategy, because that's clearly not a sustainable or successful one. Obviously, the situation is ongoing, so you can follow the Wrestle Debate on Twitter for updates. Link in the description below. And there'll be another video tomorrow previewing or looking up where the wrestlers who have been let go could end up in the future. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.